Good morning friends, welcome back to Parnika tutorials. In this video, I want to discuss about multiple inheritance, how we can achieve multiple inheritance in Java using interface concept. So I sincerely request everyone to watch the complete video for better understanding. What is an inheritance? Inheritance is one class deriving the properties of another class. The inheritance will achieve the code reusability. We have various types of inheritance such as single level inheritance, multi-level inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, hybrid inheritance and multiple inheritance. In one of the video I have discussed all these types of inheritance. In that video, I have discussed one point. Multiple inheritance in Java cannot be achieved using the class concept. We can achieve it with the help of interface concept. First, what I will do, I will discuss what is a multiple inheritance. From multiple classes, let's take that I have a class A, class B, class C, and they have their own members. Okay, now one of the class D is inheriting or deriving the properties of all the multiple classes here. In this example, we have three classes. You can take any number of classes other than one. If you take it one, it will be a single level inheritance, because if you remove A and C, then only B will be there. So D is deriving the properties of class B. It is a single level inheritance. So you should have more than one class. So from more than one class is deriving the properties is called as multiple inheritance. Now, if these three are the classes, then in Java we cannot achieve the multiple inheritance. If three of them are the interfaces, then we can achieve the multiple inheritance, or one of them can be a class. All these things I will discuss with you. What is an interface? An interface provides the blueprint of a class. In an interface, the variables are the static variables and the methods are abstract method. So first what I will do is that I will consider all these three are the interface. If these three are the interface, then one class D can just implement them. So you know that if a class want to inherit the properties of interface, we can use the keyword called implements. So I will write implements A comma B comma C. So now class D is inheriting the properties of interface A, interface B, interface C. So first that concept we will discuss, and I will make one of them. Only one of the can be made it as a class. Okay, these two can be an interface. Okay, so all these concepts I will discuss with the program. Let me take a interface A, and interface A has only one method called method 1. Okay, it has only a declaration. There is no implementation, and it is an abstract method, and you no need to use the keyword called abstract. And similarly, I have another interface B, okay, and it has a one abstract method called method 2. Okay, similarly I have another interface C. Okay, it also have one method which is an abstract method, method 3. Now there is a class D which inherit the properties of interface A, interface B, interface C. Then we need to use the keyword called implements. Implements. How many interfaces you want to have, like A, B, C. Okay, here I have three interfaces. All the three interface names I can give. If I have n number of interface, all the n number of interface I can do. So from the n number of interfaces, class D is inheriting the properties. Now in this class D, I need to have the implementation for all the abstract methods which are there in interface A, B and C. And the access specifier should have the public. So what I will do is that first I will provide the implementation for the method 1. So public void method 1. Okay, and then I will write the implementation. I'll just write system dot out dot println I am method 1. Just let me write I am method 1. Let me close the method. Similarly, I will provide the implementation for method 2. So I will write public, which is an access specifier, void method 2, and then I will provide its implementation. I will write system dot out dot println. I hope it is visible for you. Println. I will write I am method 2. So I have provided the implementation which is there in the interface A and interface B. Similarly, I need to provide the implementation for the method 3. So what I will do is that I will write public void method 3. Okay, then I can write system.out.println, system.out.println, and I can write method 3. There is space issue, just let me write method 3 only. Then let me close the method. So what I have done, class D is inheriting the properties of interface A, interface B, interface C. So this is what multiple inheritance. So in this class, you can have your own, class D can have his own members, but however, it should provide the implementation of all the abstract methods which are there in A, B, C. So interface A is having the method 1, I have provided the implementation. Method 2, I have provided the implementation. Method 3, I have provided the implementation. And remember one important point, you need to use the access specifier as public. Okay. Now let me close the class called D. Okay, because here I have closed the method M3. Now I need to close the class D. Now what I will do, I will take one main class or the driver class. So I will write class. Let me write simply first. So you know that the file name should be first.java. Then here I will write the main method. So public static void main. And then I will write string aux array. Okay, some array. Remember one thing, for an interface, can you create an object? No, because they are abstract type. For an abstract type, you cannot have an instance. So you cannot create an object. But for which one you can create an object? You can create an object for this class D. Now class D is deriving the properties of interface A, interface B, interface C. So you can access all the abstract methods which are there in interface A, B and C. So what is the way you can create an object? Class name, object name is equal to new class name. Now using this object called OB, you can access the method M1, you can access the method 2, you can access the method called 3. Okay, all these 3 methods you can able to call them, am I right, or access them using the object created for this class D. Now let me close the method, let me close the class. Okay, so what will happen? As there is an implementation, if there is no implementation in the class D, then obviously it will give an error. So as there is an implementation for method 1, method 2, method 3, you will get the output as I am method 1, and then you will get output as I am method 2, and then you will get the output as method 3. Okay, so this is the output you will get. So we have achieved the multiple inheritance using the concept called interface. Already I told you that if you have multiple classes or multiple things, from multiple classes we cannot inherit one class, or one class cannot inherit from multiple classes in Java. So these 3 should be the interface. And I told you that among these multiple interface, one can be class. Okay, what I will do is that I will make this class, this A as a class, and this B and C are the still the interfaces. So what I will do is that I will make this one as a class. Okay, so I will write class A. And if it is a class, you need to have an implementation. Okay, so what I will do, I will not write anything. I will just open the curly braces and I will close the curly braces. So this is also an implementation, but there is no statements in it. Okay, and here what I will do, I will erase this content. Now what I need to do is that one of them is a class and another two are the interfaces. So what you need to write is that class D, first you need to write extends class A, then you need to write implements. Okay, let me erase this one so that we can use the space properly. We will write all these things. Okay, first we need to achieve the multiple inheritance. Class D extending the properties of class A. There should be no this much space. You can write class A. Okay, class D extends class A, implements interface B comma interface C. So like this also you can achieve the multiple inheritance. So among them one can be a class. So public static void method 2 and then method 3, and you have created an object for the class D. Using this object you can access the methods called method 1 and then method 2 and then method 3. The same thing, remaining concepts is same, but among them one is a class. So one, if it is a class, you need to use the keyword called extends, and high priority will given to the extends as compared to the implements, because you have a class and you have the interfaces, and you know that one class can derive the properties from another class using the extends. One class can derive the properties from an interface using the keyword called implement. So first you need to provide the extends, then you need to provide the implements, and then I need to close the method and let me close the class. Now what will happen is that as this method 1 has a body, has an implementation, but there are no statements, so you will not get any output here. Here you will get output as I am method 2, and here I will get the output as method C. So this program is absolutely fine. There are no issues. So what I will do, I will discuss all these programs in the desktop for better understanding. Let me have an interface A, and the interface A has a method called method 1, which is an abstract method, because you know that interface can have the static variables and abstract methods. However, we no need to provide the abstract keyword. Similarly, I have another interface B. It has a method called method 2. Only the declaration is there, so that's why they are called as an abstract methods. So I have another interface C. It also have one abstract method called method 3. Now what I am doing, I am having a class D which inherits the properties of interface A, interface B, interface C. So this is, we need to use the keyword called implements. Implements interface A, comma B, comma C. So this is what multiple inheritance. Okay. From multiple interfaces, one class is inheriting the properties. Now what I want to do is that in this class I need to provide the implementation of all these abstract methods, and I need to use the keyword called public. So public void method 1, and I need to open the curly braces. I need to provide the implementation. So I will write system.out.println I am method 1. I am method 1. Now let me close the method. Similarly, I will provide the implementation for the method 2. Okay, and then I will write, let me copy this one and let me paste it instead of typing again. Instead of method 1, I will write method 2. Let me close the method 2 also. Let me write the method 3. So public void method 3, and then let me have the system.out.println method 3. Now let me close the method 3 also, and I am not having any instance variables and concrete methods in the class D, because my objective here is to teach you the multiple inheritance. Now what I will do, I will have a main class or the driver class. As this program is saved as first.java, the main class name should be first, and you need to have the main method. So public static void main, and then I will write string arg, anything you can give the name. Okay, and now I need to create an object for what? Class D, because class D has the properties of interface A, B and C. So I will write D is equal to some object where D is the class name, object name is equal to new class name. Now using this object, I can access the method 1, I can access the method 2. Similarly, I can access the method 3. Okay, let me close the main method, let me close the class. I will save this program and open the command prompt. Okay, and you know that all our programs will be there in the desktop, Java programs. And now I will compile the program. How to compile the program? Java C first.java. There are no errors. Now let me run the program Java first. See, I got the output as I am method 1, I am method 2, I am method 3. First let me try another thing. Can we create an object for an interface? We will see. Interface A is there. I want to create an object called OB. Okay, and then I will write new class name. We will see, can we create an object for the interface? What we theoretically said, for an interface, we cannot create an object. We cannot create an object. But practically we are trying. Can we create an object for this interface A or not? So what I will do, again I will open the command prompt. Let me clear the screen. Let me compile the program, because we have modified the program. See, there is an error. A is abstract, cannot be initiated. Initiated means you cannot create an object. Okay, so this is the error you are getting. Similarly, if you are trying to create an object for the interface B also, it will have the same error. Let me show it for you. Again, let me compile the program. See, you got an error called B is an abstract, cannot be created an object. Okay, so for an interface we cannot create any object. Now what I will do is that among them, one I will make it as a class. So class A I will write, and you know that now I want to make this as an concrete method. So I need to provide the implementation also. We have two types of methods. One is concrete method and abstract method. Abstract method only have the declaration but does not have the implementation, whereas a concrete method will have the declaration and the implementation also. I will write here system.out.println I am in class A. I am in class A. Let me close the method. And now there are two interfaces are there, B and C. Now what I will do? First I will derive the class D will derive the properties of class A. So you need to use the extents, and then you want to implement. Okay, so you will write the implements interface B comma interface C. So this is also an example for multiple inheritance. Among them, one you are making it as a class. So already you have provided the implementation for the method 1, you no need to again provide the implementation. Now what I will do, I will create an object. I will create an object for the class D. I will write D is the class name, OB is an object name, new class name, and then I will write OB dot method 1. Similarly, I will write OB dot method 2, and similarly I will write OB dot method 3. Okay, let me see what will happen. Let me save the program and again open the command prompt. Let me clear the screen by pressing the command called CLS, and now let me run the program. as Java C first.java. There are no errors. Let me run the program. Okay, what it is? Java first. See, I got the output as I am in class A, I am method 2, I am method 3. Now, can we create an object for the class A? Yes, we can create it. How we can create it? Class name, some object name, new class name. Now, what are the methods you can call using this object one? Only method 1 only. Look at here. Let me run the program. Okay, Java C first.java, there are no errors, and Java first. You got the output. I am in class A, I am method 2, I am method 3. Using the object created for the class A, you are again calling the method 1. So that's why you got the output as I am in class A. But can I access the methods called method 2 and method 3 using the object created for the class A? No, you cannot do it. Let me try it and show for you. You will get an error. Let me clear the screen and compile the program again. See, you got an error. Cannot find symbol called ob1.method2, ob1.method3. So, using the object created for the class A, you cannot access the methods called method 2 and method 3. Now, what I will do? I will try the new version. In the theory, what we said, among them one can be a class. Now, I will make two of them as a classes. Okay, I will copy this one. Instead of this one, I will paste it. And here I can write it as class B, and then I will write here method 2, I am in class B. Okay. Now, what I will do? I will write extends A comma B. Am I right? And then I will write implement C. Is it possible or not? We will see. Okay, practically. I will not modify anything else. Let me clear the screen and let me save the program once. Okay, and now let me compile the program. See, you got an error. You cannot use the comma. If we can use the comma in Java directly, we can achieve the multiple inheritance with the class concept itself. Am I right? Here A comma B are the two classes. As I said, we cannot achieve the multiple inheritance using the class concept. So that's why we are using the interface concept. From multiple inheritance, one class can derive the properties, or among them one can be a class. Multiple cannot be a class. So that's why you got an error. If it is possible, directly we can achieve it. I hope you have understood about how we can achieve the multiple inheritance using the interface concept. If you still have any doubts related to this concept, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubts as early as possible. Thank you for watching the complete video. Have a nice day.